that the President of Russia, President Vladimir Putin, is accompanying is accompanied with biggest delegation in recent memory from the Russian side. It includes 9 cabinet ministers, which includes his first deputy prime minister, Denis Manturov. It includes defense minister, Andrei Belousov. It includes finance minister, Anton Siluanov. It includes interior minister, Vladimir Kolokolotsov. And it includes the health minister, Mikhail Murashko. It includes deputy foreign minister, Andrei Rudenko. Surprising miss there of Sergei Lavrov, the foreign minister. But it includes central bank governor, Elvira Nabiullina. And then, of course, the huge business side of the delegation. Okay, we have now Dmitry Novikov joining us live from Moscow. He's associate professor at the HSE University, and he's a geopolitical expert. Okay, very good morning to you from here, Mr. Novikov. It must be very early morning in Moscow. Thanks for joining us. And how does it look like from Moscow? President Putin in New Delhi and the whole day of engagements with Prime Minister Modi and the delegation talks.
Well, of course, for Russia, this visit is very important. And as you just mentioned, 9 ministers joined the high-level delegation, what perfectly demonstrates how serious the Russian government takes the Russia-India relations, both in economic and strategic spheres. Of course, just politically and strategically, strengthening ties with New Delhi is extremely important for Russia in the context of continuous confrontation with the West around Ukraine. And from this perspective, their course of turn to the east, strengthening ties with Asian countries, which Russia started, well, actually a decade ago, but it was, of course, very strongly stimulated by the conflict of 2022. This policy for now have its advantages and disadvantages, and one of the weakest points is a too strong focus on relations with China. From this perspective, strengthening ties with India is considered to be as an important factor which can diversify Russian ties in political and economic spheres with key Asian countries. And of course, as we speak about economy, Vladimir Putin demonstrates a strong willingness to make economic ties with India much deeper and go beyond the oil exports and even arms exports. So they are ready to discuss technological cooperation, they're ready to discuss science, they're ready to discuss probably even such spheres as people-to-people relations, labor market, and so on. Numerous topics for discussion.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Mr. Novikov, the fact of the matter is that even as we very publicly engage, India has really, with its multi-alignment and strategic autonomy objectives, created a situation where Russia can say that it's not isolated in the world, that it has friends to lean on, it has friends who endure all the pulls and pressures to continue the legacy. So in that sense, does Moscow realize that Prime Minister Modi has created a lot of geopolitical space for President Putin and Russia?
Yeah, I think so, of course. And this is an important task for Russia to demonstrate that it is not just isolated, but it is quite successful in strengthening ties with such important countries as India, and we see cooperation between Russia and India, not only on a bilateral level, but also within such formats as BRICS and SCO. And if we speak about perception from Russia, I think that Vladimir Putin and generally the Russian government also consider that for India it is also an important moment, meaning that India also needs to demonstrate its multi-vector policies, especially in regard with some problems in relations with the United States, meaning the Trump's administration sanctions. And from this perspective, it is beneficial both for New Delhi and Moscow to say to other countries that there are different directions, there are different partners, and in this global world, such big countries in Russia and India can develop their relations. And this is just to demonstrate strong sides of both India and Russia as sovereign and strong countries.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I could go back to Lieutenant General Shaukin with us. Sir, my question to you is that while there is, and you rightly mentioned that while there is a strong element of trust with the Russian establishment or between India and Russia, we have had some delays in S-400 delivery, in the nuclear submarine delivery, even some other, equipment, because obviously Russia is stretched. And you think that when the two sides talk today, those nagging issues also need to be sorted out? I mean, irrespective of what new deals we talk about, the old ones also need to be respected. There is tremendous amount of delay in S-400s. There is the issue of the missile, ammunition, etc. for S-400 defense system. All those things really need to be discussed as well.
I have no doubt that they will be discussed. You know, the issue is that India, as a partner with Russia, has understood the reason why these delays happen. And therefore, you find no adverse talk by anybody in the government, in or out of the government. The first issue is that once we are able to do this 50% transfer technology, we would be able to create those spares, those spare parts, and those critical components ourselves. And therefore, those large delays that are created due to the need for these equipment to be created or to be repaired will probably go because of the idea that we can create this in India. The second thing is that Russia has been involved in a war. Russia has, in fact, been facing Western sanctions, critical components. So the fact that Russia is coming out with the fact that her economy is as good as it was ever means that, yes, Russia has been able to brave it out, but there have been delays.
Yeah.
This part has been discussed with Russia. We've discussed it yesterday in the defense conference with the Russian defense minister, and he has more or less, informed us that everything will be normal very soon. So this is the issue, and I've got no doubt that these are being discussed.
Absolutely, and in fact, apart from the ministers or the cabinet ministers, the Russian delegation also includes tremendous amount of corporate firepower, and there was a business forum that took place last evening with Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal hosting it. And from there, we have some sound bites, including one by President Putin's aide, Maxim Oreshkin. He's part of the Kremlin, and he has spoken something about the North-South transport corridor. That's very interesting. Listen to it.
Вне зависимости от регионов и Дальний Восток, и Центральная